Like we're all just waiting for something. Hi guys, so today I am doing a video on conspiracy theories. I haven't done a video like this. I don't think I have. I've done like the Mandela effect, which I found really interesting, but conspiracy theories is kind of new to me. Well, making a video about it is new to me. So disclaimer, these are conspiracy theories, not facts. I'm going to be throwing my own personal opinions on them. You do not need to believe any of this, and if you are not into conspiracy theories, then this is not the video for you. If you are, then follow along, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So the first conspiracy theory that I wanted to talk about is that we are dead, that we actually died in 2012, and the life we are living right now is not real. That either this is our afterlife and we are just making it up along as we go, or supposedly we are in those 7 minutes where our life flashes before our eyes. So we are actually going through memories and this isn't real. You know, at first I was like, okay, sure, like, yeah, I'm not alive, I'm dead. Like, obviously it sounds like crazy, but there's a little bit of me that feels like maybe it's true, like a tiny bit, like, you know, like 0.01%, only because it would make sense on why we are all feeling like weird. Like, you know, when 2022 started, I feel like everyone started feeling like just every day doesn't really, not that it doesn't matter, I don't want to say that, but just it's weird. Like, you know, our everyday lives are weird, what we're experiencing, everything is weird. Like, things that used to matter don't really matter anymore. We are all drained. We are all feeling like off, like something is off. So, I mean, I don't know. This theory, it could be kind of true only because of that part. This also goes along with the second conspiracy theory that a lot of people are talking about, that we are living in a simulation, which we've talked about this before on my other videos for the Mandela effect. That we're all living in a simulation and some of us are waking up, and that's why life feels weird right now. Like you're in, like you're a robot, like you're in motion, like you're just living day to day, but it's not real. And again, I'm not 100% sure I believe it, but again, another 0.001% that I kind of feel like it may be true, only because how are we all feeling the same way? How are we all feeling like life is weird right now? Like what we're living is weird. I don't even know how to even explain it, but I'm sure like a lot of people feel the same way, that just something is off. Just, again, the things that used to matter don't matter anymore. Like we're all just waiting for something. I've been watching a lot of TikTok videos, and I feel like a lot of people have been really expressing this type of feeling, so kind of feeling similarly. And again, this could be because we're in a simulation. The life that we're living is not real. We are probably like the Matrix, out in a little pod, and a lot of us are waking up and we know that this reality is not true. Again, could be true. I mean, honestly, with everything that's been happening these last 2-3 years, anything is possible now. I saw a video where someone was saying that there's a conspiracy theory that 2022 is going to be when aliens are finally going to show up. At first, like I said, when I hear these type of things, at first I'm like, okay, like, you know, it kind of makes me laugh a little. But then it's like, the more you think about it, the more you hear other people's opinions, the more you feel like, okay, maybe it could be true. Like, you have to be open-minded to hear and acknowledge certain things. You know, like, nobody expected for COVID to happen, for all of us to be for the world to shut down, for all of us to be, I mean, I'm sure, there was a few people. If you really do a deep dive, you'll see that there are like a handful of people that kind of already knew that something like this was going to happen, but the world didn't know that this was going to happen. So you have to be open-minded to think that what you think can't happen could happen. And if you're here, obviously you think like me, and you think some of these conspiracies may be true, may be coming true. But anyway, we all heard in 2021, was it 2021 or 2020? I don't know, everything blends together. But when the government finally said, okay, I guess you guys were all right, I guess there has been sightings of aliens, I guess it has been true. So just the fact that they've been pretty much gaslighting us for years, saying that no, it's not true, you guys are weirdos, this is all just movies, this is all just special effects. Like, the military was testing out some ship, and that's what you guys saw. Like, they were sitting there gaslighting us for so many years, and now they're like, okay, yeah, you guys were right. So I don't know, this conspiracy theory that in 2022 maybe aliens are finally going to show up, and just not like we're going to see little ships here and there. Like, they're literally going to show up and prove to the world that they are here, that they've been around. And like I said, any other time I would have just thought it was a joke, but now it's like, with everything that's been happening, with like, it snowed in Texas, and I know that's global warming. The government said that it was true, with COVID. Like, it's just, everything feels like, now I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen, if they did show up. I mean, we're still early on in 2022, so there's still the possibility that this year could be the year that they finally show up and they say, hey, we've been here all along. This is just some speculation from some people that have been talking about it. I've seen a few videos about people talking about 2022 being the year that they finally show up. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just saying, now it's starting to feel like it could be a possibility. This theory, I swear, like, okay, this one cannot be right, but this is one I found where people are saying, what if you are the only person on Earth and everyone else is just imaginary people? Like, we are part of your imagination. We are not real. You're real, but we're not. And this kind of plays on to like the simulation thing. It's possible, like, this could be my world, and maybe it's crumbling around me. Maybe you guys are the figments of my imagination. Maybe I'm in a simulation. Maybe I'm in a pod. Maybe I'm somewhere connected, and this is my world. I'm the person that's real, and no one else is real. And that's the reason, like, we see so many glitches, and that's the reason that we dream of people that we've never seen before, because maybe I have seen them before outside of the simulation, outside of my little fake world. Maybe I saw them in my other real world, and they're coming into my dreams here because some of my reality is running into my dreams, and maybe all these things that are happening around the world right now are just ways of trying to wake me up. Who knows? Obviously when you say it, it sounds weird, obviously. But the thing is, we don't know what's going to happen once we pass away. So once we pass away, that's when I feel like we're going to be learning what's real and what's not. But talking about passing away, let me jump into another conspiracy theory that I heard this morning, which is really weird. Okay, so you know when someone passes away, there's like a big reference of walking into the light, like you're dying and you're like walking to the light as in heaven. There's a tunnel, and there's the end of the at the end of the tunnel there's a light. Okay, the conspiracy is, what if the end of the light is you actually being reborn? So when the baby is born, it's actually you being reborn, and the baby comes in crying because you just left your previous life, and you know all this, but you can't communicate, you can't do anything because, you know, you're a baby. You know, you can't just get up and get out and start talking and let everyone know where you've been. So that's the reason you're crying, because you're like, number one, in shock. Number two, you can't do anything for yourself. So yeah, I mean, honestly, this theory seems a little bit true, only because a lot of people have talked about the fact that we are reincarnated into a new life. So if you believe in reincarnation, how do you feel like that works? Like, do you just die and then you go up or somewhere, up or down, I don't know. You just die and then you go somewhere else, and then from there you pass time and then you go and choose your new life, or you get back in line and then they're like, hey, okay, you're next, all right, here's your new life. I mean, if you believe in reincarnation, this is a possibility. It's a possibility that we've all been sitting here thinking, you're walking into a tunnel. At the end of the light, at the end of the tunnel, the light is heaven, but it's really you coming back out, being recycled. So you're pretty much dying and going right back in and starting over. And that is the bright light from the hospital. Honestly, this one, when I heard it, I thought, okay, that could be true, and that could be the possibility of why little children that are 4 or 5 years old always remember past lives, because to them it's recent. To them, literally, it just happened 5 years ago before they died and started all over again. So this one could be possible. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of things that can link to it. So I don't know. I feel like as soon as I heard it, like at first, again, when I hear something at first, I'm like, okay, seriously, when you hear something at first, it doesn't seem real. But then when there's other things attached, other information attached to it, it's like your brain starts thinking, okay, like it may be real. And if you're an open-minded person, you may think this way. If you're closed-minded, obviously right away you're going to shut it down and you're not going to hear any other information, and you're not going to care about any extra information. But I don't know, it did open my eyes a little bit. So anyway, yeah, that's some of the conspiracy theories that I wanted to make a video about, because I just thought they were very interesting. And the more you talk about it, the more you think that they could be possibilities. So tell me some of your theories down below. If you agree with any of these, comment down below. But this is it for my video. Thank you for joining. And if you're new here, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.